Hello and welcome to my brand new channel. I've been wanting to bring you along for this journey for a long time. We're doing a little bit of a farm restoration here. This is the farm that I grew up on. It's been kind of put into a very decrepit state. Very little maintenance has been done. A lot of cleanup is necessary. A lot of rebuild is necessary, but we're going to tackle it together. I got a few projects in mind we're going to do today, and then a few ideas for the next video if y'all are interested. Just let me know. Stay tuned. So to get started here, I've already done quite a bit of work. There was a fence that ran along here all the way around and around to the other side over there. We've already got that cleaned out. As you can see, it's put over here. One of the projects later is this is going to be cleaned up. All the extra chicken wire is going to be pulled off. We're going to try to salvage as many of those fence panels as we can because they're kind of hard to come by. Got roots to take down here. This building is coming down. You'll get to see that step by step. These big dog kennels from over the years. There's one here, one over yonder, 2 or 3 over further over this way here. For now, we have a lot of cleanup right here. This is just scrap metal, mostly tin, that is going to be going to the scrap yard. So it needs to be loaded up into my truck. Probably going to do that first. I might move the truck up a little bit further. We're going to do that first, then we got some wood to burn too. All in a day's adventure. Thing I always try to remember in order to keep myself kind of in the zone and just get things done is you just got to take that first step. Very generic advice, but it's simple and it's true. Once you take that first step, the second one naturally follows, and then the third, and then you lose track. And as long as you stay diligent, before you know it, your task will be complete. That being said, I got to take the first step towards the demolishing of the green chicken coop. Before we do though, I want to kind of show you inside what we was dealing with here. Used to be a nice little chicken coop. Ooh, there's a spider boy there. Well, he's gonna have to find him a new home because this building ain't gonna be here for much longer. Next thing to go is, like I said earlier, that dog kennel. It's gonna go. All right, first step. the hardcore manual labor, so I only went for about 30-45 minutes or so until I started getting tuckered out. We've got one of the east walls off. Got a bunch of scrap boards there, scrap tin. The tin's gonna go in the back of the truck where we loaded the rest earlier. I'm gonna load up a little bit more wood, possibly get that started. Actually, I'm gonna wait on starting the fire until I can focus mainly on the fire. I'm gonna load up some wood, load up the tin, then I'm gonna keep on demolishing. Alright guys, I'm about an hour and a half in. One wall's completely down. It's just kind of balanced up on the north side of the roof. It's break time for me. I'm pretty exhausted, so I'm gonna go get a bite to eat and drink some water, and I'll catch you guys early in the afternoon. Another little project I've been working on is trying to tame our old horse that's been living out here. His buddy, our mule, died a couple years back, about 3 years back or so. He's been all alone. It's probably been at least, I'd say probably 10 years since he was ridden. His name is Abu. Probably see him right behind me there. Got a little bit of food. I've been working with him about on the daily, just trying to get him used to having a human being close to him, up close and personal, giving him scratches, making sure he can trust us. I'll probably never ride him, but I do like to come out and spend time with him and pet him, and it's good to be close with him again after such a long time. I'll cut back to you once we start eating and get settled in our little spot out there. Abu's a good old horse. All right, guys, well, that's enough. That's enough recreational work. I'm sure you'll meet Abu again. Let's go get back to work. Chicken coop's coming along nicely. Having a little bit of trouble getting the tin from the inside out. I was initially just banging from here, but it was doing so much shock and damage to the frame of the building itself that I'm really afraid it's going to come down any moment now. I'd like to get all the tin out of there before it comes down. That way I can just pick up the wood, not to step on any nails, nothing like that. I'm going to give it one more attempt to try to get this tin out of here. If that doesn't work, the whole thing's coming down. We'll just pick it up as it goes. To you guys, going in there and peeling on that tin with the walls as weak as they are is just kind of asking for one of the walls or the roof itself to come down on me. So we're just going to avoid that altogether and go back over to the east side of the building here. Try to push one wall down safely. Welcome back. It's another day here. Unfortunately, I got some bad news. After I concluded work yesterday, I realized that the last 2 or 3 times I tried to start recording, the phone's memory, or the phone's storage rather, was completely full, and it did not automatically start saving to the SD card. So I probably did at least an hour and a half to 2 hours work without recording. Made quite a bit of progress on the old chicken coop demolition. In between, I'm about to reveal the progress that was made, or kind of the stopping point that I stopped at yesterday. What we got going on today, we got to finish cleaning up. I got a load of tin still in the truck. We're going to load up this tin. We got a little bit of tin left here. The rest is wood. We're going to make a burn pile here out of the base of this building. We're going to make a burn pile here with some thorn bushes that was kind of overgrown in this area, which was all cut down off camera. Burn pile over there. I think I can burn all 3 simultaneously without a problem. Got a new garden hose with a head to stand watch. If you're doing anything like this, just a little pre-warning here, make sure you check. Obviously use common sense anytime you're starting a fire. Make sure it's the right season. First of all, make sure it's the right conditions. Most of all, use common sense. I'm personally out here in the country, so we have quite a bit of freedom with burns, and we don't need burn permits or anything, but we're also on our own. You know, it's going to be a long time if something gets out of hand. It's going to be a while till a fire department gets here. Could potentially cause a lot of destruction for you know, neighboring fields and state property out behind and the like if it were to catch on fire, and then it all comes back to me, so I would be liable for that. So I've used the common sense. Harvest is pretty much done. All the corn to the east has been harvested. We've had rain in the last few days. I was talking about fire safety, and again, my phone automatically switched back to trying to save everything to the phone. Got it. I think I got it set up now. I'm just waiting to hear it ding. If it doesn't ding, we're saving to the SD card and we're good to go. So anyways, yeah, fire safety, use common sense, check your local laws and permits, and be safe. Alright, so I had to take a little bit of a break there. That pulling the tin off that side of the interior, that west wall of the coupe, was probably the most intense labor I've had to do up to this point on this little project here. So I had to take a quick break, thought I'd update you. Got the tin loaded up here. Of course, we got a little bit more. Got this piece is kind of really just weird shape, so I'm going to put it last so I can strap it all down together instead of having lumps of tin at the bottom and then trying to get the straight stuff up top. Still got some scrap tin over here to clean up, and over here probably going to go ahead and start burning. I know I preach a lot of safety to you guys, but just wanted to stop here and let you know that if you are doing little projects like this, you have to maintain 100% attention of all of your surroundings at all time. Not only can things be hanging, little corners of tin, little nails sticking through, but there can also be things on the, little clumps of wood on the ground that still have nails sticking out. And if you're not paying attention where you're walking through, you're going to step on a nail, old rusty stuff like this. It's going to cost you a trip to the hospital, possibly even some illness. So you have to keep an eye where you're going at all times. You can't get complacent on any kind of work site. Attention is key. So I'm going to go ahead and cool down for a little bit, go grab a drink of water, and Once I'm a little bit more presentable, we will grab all of our equipment and start the fire. All right, so we got our gasoline, and now we got to find our garden hose. All right, I was a little short on hands there because I don't have a good mounting system, but we got the garden hose hooked up. Now we just got to pull all the way back to the fire. Hopefully we bought enough hose. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started on the fire. Contrary to what some people on YouTube might lead you to believe, you don't need very much gasoline to start a fire, believe it or not. In fact, a very little bit of gasoline will burn all of this stuff, so we just put a few squirts and let nature do its trick. Alright everybody, welcome back. Pretty much got the fires back behind me here to a point where the area directly behind around the fires are all kind of burnt off and moistened by my garden hose, where I can kind of kick back a little bit. I'm going to stay out here by the fires, but it's to a point where it's not going to get out of hand. Couldn't quite get the building on its the west wall, couldn't quite get that one to catch fire, and now the other fires are too big to the point for that I can't really go over there right close to it to mess with it. So I'm gonna wait for the other two to burn down,
and I'll go over and get the rest of that. Probably just push it into one of the other existing piles and reignite that one wall, let it burn by itself. I'm gonna let these burn for a little bit, and then I'll touch base with you afterwards. Alrighty guys, I wasn't planning on doing this today because it looks a lot darker. Looks like it was getting a lot darker quicker than what it was. I lost track of time, but sun was still up, so I decided to take all the old wood. You guys didn't get to see it because we were on time lapse there. The camera was stationary, but there was a small family of maybe 3 or 4 mouse bros that were living in here. And they got evicted, unfortunately. A no-notice eviction. Spider bros got evicted from the chicken coop. They had notice. It's all good though. Pretty much done all the work though today that is going to be done. There's still a little bit of tin between the barns that need to be loaded up. I'm not taking it until tomorrow anyways. You guys will be there for that. So I'm just gonna leave it over there. Don't really feel like doing any more lifting or working right now. I'm just gonna kind of sit back with my garden hose and watch these fires here. They're just kind of playing out right now. That's the last of the west wall. The pile of lumber that you just watched me pull was right here, slowly catching fire. Didn't even have to use any gas on that. I just put it between the 2 existing fires and it's gonna catch and burn all the way through. 2 birds with 1 stone here. Not only did we burn the old barn, but we also burn off a lot of this old thorny grass that hadn't been mowed or maintained in probably 10-15 years or so. So the thorns, they're ruthless. They will grow back. You pretty much have to burn them. Once you burn them, they're good, but when they take hold, they end up looking like this all the way to our tree line. Thorns. There's a lot over there, which is where you guys see me feed and pet and scratch abu. Thorns. They grow like crazy. Thorns that need. I chopped a little hole. I went out there with a machete 2 or 3 weeks back. I was going to chop them all down, and I got that one little section through there. Took me about 2 hours. I said nope. So we're going to be burning that in the near future. Thorns, thorns, thorns. The dry lot where we play with abu, that's there's thorns all over the ground that kind of grow. It gets bush hogs, so they never really get too high above the ground, but they're most certainly there, and if unkept, they will overtake the entire farm. So we're burning. We're getting it under control. That's going to do it for today's video, though, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Like I said again yesterday, this is the first video, so you're amongst the first few here to join me in these adventures. I really do appreciate you coming by. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. I'll come back tomorrow. We'll make a plan together. I'm hoping this video ends up, I don't know how long it's gonna be, guys, girls, to be completely honest, 10, 15, 20 minutes maybe. But we'll be back tomorrow to make a game plan on what comes next, and you'll be here for the ride.